Maximizers, welcome. How are y'all doing? I just realized I forgot to do one thing to optimize this on YouTube, but welcome to my live. How are y'all doing today? If this is your first time watching, my name is Crystal, aka Krys the Maximizer. I am a strategic money coach, and I help moms create financial stability through proactive planning and strategic money management. For today's live, I want to talk to you about being tired of not having your savings or having a savings and what we can kind of do to turn that around. So I would love for you to let me know down in the comments where you're watching from. And do you have an account with money that you're saving for a purpose? So let me know, yes, you have a savings of some sorts, or no, you have no savings. I'm talking about you have an account, a jar, a sinking fund, a cash box of money that you're saving for a purpose. It could be emergencies, it could be vacation. Is Instagram glitching? Emergencies, vacation, new house, new car, whatever is important to you. I want you to know, let me know in the comments, one, where you're watching from, and two, if you have some sort of savings somewhere. Because I really want to talk to those of you who are tired of not having any say. I'm going to have to start Instagram over. Hold on. My Instagram is like so glitchy. 1 second. I don't know why my Instagram is like this. This is what I get for going live on all platforms. Okay. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm trying to get Instagram together. All right, we're back. Welcome to my live. If you are new here, my name is Crystal, aka Krys the Maximizer. I am a strategic money coach, and I help moms become financially stable through proactive planning and strategic money management. And for today, I want to talk about how or what you're feeling when it comes to not having a savings. So I would love for you to let me know in the comments where you're watching from and if you have a savings fund. If you are saving for emergencies, a new house, a new car, you have money in an account, a jar, an envelope somewhere with a purpose of saving it for something that's happening in the future. And I really want to talk to those of you who, one, have nothing in savings, or two, you feel like you don't have the amount that you desire in your savings. Okay. Angela's here with no savings. Bessie is here. She has a few savings. That's amazing. Shalane is here. She has some savings. Okay. That's good. Let me know. Do you have some? We ain't here to judge. We are here to help. We are here to help. Hey, Divine Reveals. We are here to help. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from. Thank you so much for that, Rose. Let me know where you're watching from. Do you have money saved for something important in your life? Okay. Or if you have none, I'm going to go through all of your questions. I promise. I am live on all three of my platforms, but I got it. Miss Lily's in Tampa. She has savings for a car. Lady T Mitchell is saving for a car. I'm sorry. And Miss Lily has savings. Okay. I see y'all. Thank you so much for sharing. Angela Tompkins says, yes, I have savings. Hey, North Carolina, I've been building a savings for surrogacy. Absolutely. That's so freaking amazing. I love that. Okay. Now, I want to talk to you who don't have a savings. It feels, I'm not going to say it feels. How does it feel to not have any money saved for anything, whether it's emergencies, uh, a car, a house, retirement, your kids' college, something breaking, being able to just go on like a vacation? Hey, Shannon, to go on a vacation that you want. How does it feel? I want you to like sit with that feeling. And I want you to decide today that today is the day that I start saving. Any day is a good day to save. So if you were fed up with how you managed your money in 2022, I feel you. I spent 2 hours today digging into my numbers, and I'm a money coach, right? There are some things I needed to allocate. There's some tolls I needed to pay. There's some debts I need to pay. I am being real here. I set 2 hours with my money, and I felt so much better after facing the music. I'm going to come to all y'all questions, I promise. I see y'all on TikTok. Divine says, sometimes I do and sometimes I do not. Angela Yucky says, I have nothing. I can't keep it there. Ohio, yes, my husband are building a cushion, but not a lot in there right now. Okay. Thank you so much for the roses. Thank you so much for the roses. Let's see. Detroit, no savings. Okay, understood. Boston, hey from Boston, hey from Philly. I'm actually going to Philly in March. I'm going to be in Philly in March. It feels horrible. It feels scary. Understood. It can feel so overwhelming. You know what's even worse? When your bank account is negative and you don't know when your next payday is coming. Or you only have that one bank account, so every dollar you get is going towards that negative bank account. So you're gonna be asked out again until your next payment, right? So I want you to decide today that today is the day that you start savings. Okay. Today is the day that you decide to make a change for yourself. And there's a couple things that you can do to help you. So I'm going to give you a couple quick tips, right? And then I'll let you know at the end how you can go a little bit deeper with this. But a couple things I want you to do. We've got to face our fears. So I need you to sit down with a piece of paper and I need you to write down everything that you spend money on, any debts you owe, anything that you're late on, right? So we have our monthly bills, all the things that are due in January, but you may have rollover things that were due in November and December that you're paying. You may have payment plans for things that you're paying. I want you to get a clear picture of like, this is what I need to do with my money. This is what I want to do with my money. If I had it, I would do it. But I want you to just get a clear picture of everything on paper. So just brains up everything and anything that you need to pay and you want to pay. Okay. You need to get a clear picture. And outside of like your monthly budgeting, you need like a long term, like pay back or catch up plan. It's not going to be easy, but if you don't get everything out on paper, it ain't gonna work. So I had some old Delaware tolls from COVID in collections I pulled out. I had Maryland tolls and I had Florida tolls on two separate toll companies, which I don't understand why it's not all in one. But anyways, I had all of that stuff. I had papers everywhere of I owe this, I owe that, pay this, pay that. This has been paid off, but it's not marked off. Like there was a lot. So I sat down, I made a debts to repay page. I made it anything else that we need to catch up or get ahead on page. And I have my monthly January regular bills. And then I decided I'm going to make sure obviously everything for January is paid. Then I'm just going to chip away at the extra things, the debt and the things that need to be caught up on or paid back on. You can only take one step at a time. So if all you have is your January amounts, you've got to get on the phone and you've got to call these people. I know I'm behind, but hey, can you reduce my interest? Can you put me on a plan? When I couldn't pay my Discover card, I called them and I was like, hey, listen, they're like, oh, we have plans. Discover was the easiest. I called, they put me on a freeze, no interest, no payments for like 6 months. And I didn't need the payment protection. It was like a COVID hardship. So if your pay got cut, you lost your job, you lost your hours for any reason, call your companies, especially if you have credit cards, if you have collections, if you have debt. You've got to face the music of what you have. Then you've got to call and figure it out. Hello, mother. Then you've got to call. Whoops, I'm getting a phone call. Then you've got to call and make a plan, figure it out. Anything that can pause and wait, come back to me, TikTok. It's like my connections. Okay. Anything that can pause and wait, we pause and wait it. And then anything that is like urgent and needs to get paid, those move over to the monthly budget, right? So we've got to face the music, number one. And then number two, we've got to make a plan. We're going to pay our monthly bills. And then if we have $5 extra, $10 extra, we're going to put it on one of these categories. Now I'm going to add in another monkey into the party, which is your savings. I don't care how much money you feel like you don't have. Everyone should be having a very savings fund for emergencies, defined emergencies. So for me, emergencies are like life and death, incapacitated, you can't work, something's on fire, someone else died, and I got to travel to another state to go see it, deal with it, whatever, right? That's what an emergency is. Like a tire is an emergency, but I should be saving for tire emergencies because I have a car. Does that make sense? So it's like the tire isn't like an urgent emergency, but like when my battery and that other thing and something else all broke at the same time, that was more than my car maintenance fund could handle. That was a defined emergency for me because we were incapacitated. One tire, we can get that with the car maintenance fund. But when you start to budget, you start to anticipate your future needs. That's why you have savings and sinking funds. But back to the point. The point is, at the bare minimum, You should define emergencies, and $10 from every paycheck should go into a savings account. Savings should be like a bill. You should not be trying to save after you pay all of your bills. You should be sitting down, and savings should be a line item like groceries, like you got to put gas in your car, pay for transportation. You should have your emergency savings at the bare minimum. So even if you can't do vacation or car or house or retirement just yet, emergencies should be there. Let me know if this is making sense. Emergencies should be there bare minimum. You're probably like, Crystal, how? You got to take it off the top, like how you pay your bills. So if that means my grocery fund is $10 less, okay. If that means that I cannot get gel on my toes, I will get regular polish on my toes so I can put some money into my savings account. Or if that means I don't get a pedicure this month and I only get my nails because I'm on camera and they look bad, then that means I don't get my nails done. If that means I cut back my personal fund, you should be putting money into your emergency savings every time you get paid. Bare minimum $10 per paycheck. I'm serious. If you get paid once a month, I say $20 a check. Twice a month, $10 per check. If you get paid weekly, $10 per paycheck. You should be putting into your emergency fund. You want me to tell you why? There's kind of like a bunch of reasons, but I'm going to give you the top two. Number one, you have to teach yourself how to save. You have to create the savings habit. You have to get your body used to saving money. You have to get your budget. You have to get your money plan used to saving money. Savings should be a line item like your mortgage, like your rent, like you pay for groceries. You've got to get used to it. And number two, if you never start, you're never going to start. If you never make a change, your money situation will stay the same. So your first change is to say, I'm taking $10 and putting it into my savings account. Every single time I get paid, I'm putting $10 into my emergency savings. I'm putting $10 into my emergency savings every single time that I get paid, no matter what. Because if you don't start paying yourself, if you don't start building a nest egg for yourself, you'll never start. The other thing I would suggest is also teaching yourself that when you get large lump sums of money, 10%, 20%, 25% needs to go to your emergency savings. So if you get a bonus at work, okay, 25% goes to your savings and you can do whatever you want with the rest. If you get a tax refund, if you get any more stimulus checks, if you hit the lottery, if any sum of money comes in that's not your salary, that's not your regular monthly money, you want to allocate every dollar of that as well. And also put a portion, you decide the amount, into your emergency savings. I literally, when I used to get a tax refund, I literally around this time would be like, all right, I'm just going to estimate the first 1,000 because typically I always got between 1,000 and like 2,500 back in tax refund. I knew at the bare minimum I would get $1,000. I would sit down and write taxes and write exactly what I was going to do with every dollar. At my 9 to 5, I used to get a bonus every quarter when I hit my numbers. I think almost every quarter for like 2 years, we got a bonus. I knew the bonus was going to be like $875. I would write $875 and I would list out every single dollar of this bonus. Mostly it would be, honestly, I would use my bonus to buy all of my flights for vacation. I would buy the flights, down payments on hotels, get the rental cars, and I made sure to put a chunk of it into an emergency savings account. I was like, the first 150 of my bonus goes to the savings account, and then everything else is what I can allocate for these trips and such. Or something else is most important. One quarter, I used it to get ahead on my rent by a month. My rent at that point was what? Close to $1,000. So I took the $600 after I put into savings and I was like, this is over half of my rent. So I'm going to take 2 more weeks, put the rest there. So now when the next month come, I already have my rent money. And then every single week I put like what, $250, $270 away towards my rent. So on the first of every month, I always had my rent without thinking because I used my bonus to get me a little bit ahead because I allocated every single dollar. You've got to get into the habit of starting to save. You don't save after you spend. Savings is a line item in your budget. I'm hosting a Better Budget Challenge where I'm going to teach you how to save $100 in 3 days. A lot of y'all have signed up. I have 3 more people to add to the wall that we're about to add. And in this challenge on day 1, I'm going to teach you how to create a budget On day 2, I'm going to teach you how to coupon from your phone so you can stay under that budget. On day 3, I'm going to teach you how to meal plan so you ain't spending all your money on food. And on day 4, we're doing a Zoom Q&A so you can ask me all the money saving questions that you have about what we covered in the first 3 days. So the challenge actually starts this Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, but tonight in 45 minutes, we're having our welcome party. So our Facebook group is open. We are going to be in there. I said, bring your favorite drink. I'm going to be sipping water because I am on a 10-day smoothie cleanse. It's day 6. But I'm going to be sipping water, and we're going to go over what to expect from the challenge, what's coming up, best practices, what to do, all the things you need to know so that you are fully prepared for our first day on Sunday, the 8th. So if you are interested in joining the Better Budget Challenge, it's $30. You can sign up at KrysTheMaximizer.com. Someone asked the other day, and I'm going to put it out there, I have to pay to learn how to save money. If you want to learn my strategies, yes. I've been perfecting these strategies for about 5 years. I've been budgeting and couponing for almost 15 years of my life. I am a coach. I am a baby expert in this area. So if you want to learn the way that I do this, if you want to learn my strategies, if you want to learn what my clients are doing to save $300 to $500 every single month, yes, you're investing $30 in yourself to see a $100 in your savings account. So if you want to join us, it's KrysTheMaximizer.com. You need to sign up in the next 15 to 20 minutes because the email for the welcome party goes out at 6:45, which is in like 27 minutes. So you can go sign up. But I do have 3 ladies who've signed up here very, very recently. So we're going to flip the camera around and we are going to get them in the Wall of Fame. But I do want to open up the floor to ask, does anyone have any questions while I flip the camera around and put these ladies on the Wall of Fame? Because 2023 is the year that you break the chains of feeling broke. And it's so interesting. Me, my mom, and my sister have been having such good money conversations about just getting our money together holistically and making good money moves and making good money choices and decisions. Yes, we'd love to have you. KrysTheMaximizer.com. Go sign up. We'd love to have you. So we've been having such good conversations, such positive conversations of like, I'm going to do this with my money and I'm going to do that with my money. My mom's like, I'm going to save this. My sister's like, I'm going to do this. And it just feels good to be in that company. And I was like, sister, I spent 2 hours working on my numbers and really, really perfecting my plan. Most of that 2 hours, I was using stickers because I haven't stickered my planner in like 2 years. And I was like, the stickers made me feel good. So I bought some stickers on Black Friday and I bought another pack because there was a Christmas special. So I bought stickers, y'all. And now I'm like, ooh, it makes me want to budget. I was so excited. I couldn't wait to do that. I couldn't wait. This year makes 11 year of couponing. I most definitely understand the $30 charge. Yeah, absolutely. Not even just the couponing. I'm teaching couponing, budgeting, and meal planning. So we doing all the things, right? So yeah, I'm feeling super amped up. I'm loving that this is my job and this is what I do. Like this is my full-time career. I teach women forever. So yes, there is a replay. So there's 4 live days. So if you can't join day 1, that's okay. You get replay access until January 20th. So there's a live on the 8th, there's a live on the 9th, there's a live on the 10th, and there's the live on the 11th and the 12th. So we're off the 10th, but we have the 8th, the 9th, and then the 11th and the 12th. So you do get a replay. So if you can't join one day, but you can join the other 3 days, that's great. But there's replays for everything. All the replays will be in the Facebook group. The Zoom Q&A replay will be emailed out to everyone. You can always submit your questions in advance, and I can say, hey, this was Sarah's question, and answer it, and then you can go back to the replay and watch it. But everyone will have access to the replays until January 20th. So if you can't join one day, you can still join us and watch the replay, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and get everyone on the wall. Yes, Jasmine, you are on the wall. Everyone's on the wall. Everyone who's purchased is on the wall. So let me flip this around. And you can sign up for the challenge at KrysTheMaximizer.com. So my name, it's linked on my profile on TikTok and Instagram. It's in the description box on YouTube. So let's go put these 3 ladies up on the wall. I got to flip the camera around. Yep, Jasmine, you're on the wall. Everyone's on the wall. I'm going to flip the camera. I'm going to start doing some lives that way so I don't got to keep flipping the camera. Because, Okay, let's go. Woo. And I got to get the tape too. Because I got to move the camera. I got to move the light. I got to unplug the laptop. Because we got 3 devices. Sorry for the noise. Yeah, like I got fired from my job in 2019. I got fired from my 9-to-5 job in 2019, and I never looked back. I took my YouTube channel, Krys the Maximizer, and turned it into a full-time coaching business. Jasmine, you are right here. Here's your sticky note, Jasmine. You're next to Jamila and Joe Sharice. All the J's next to each other. Okay, so who are we welcoming to the Better Budget Challenge? We are welcoming Tracy D. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Better Budget Challenge. We're so excited to have you. Let's get you up on the wall. Whoops. All right, and then we have Gail. Welcome, 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 Gail, to the Better Budget Challenge. And look, y'all, last one of my sticky notes. I love when I get to the end of a sticky notes. It feels so good. We have Gail and we have Cynthia. Yay, Cynthia. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Better Budget Challenge. I'm super excited to be helping you. Okay, we got to start a new row. And you all can sign up until I'll probably let people sign up until Sunday, and then I'm going to close it. So you can sign up until Sunday, and then I'm going to close it down. So if you are like, I need this, you can sign up until Sunday. Sunday, we start at 7 p.m. Eastern. All of the lives are at 7. So the 8th, the 9th, the 11th, and the 12th at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then we have a wrap-up party on the 18th, which is when I'm going to announce all of the giveaway winners and their prizes and such on the 18th. And then the Facebook group and all the replays go away on the 20th. So our last live training is on the 12th. So you'll have from the 12th through the 20th, which is about 8 days to watch the replays, indulge in the replays, do the giveaway entries. There's a lot of opportunities for you to enter the giveaways. I'm choosing like 4 winners. So there's going to be so much opportunity. Okay. Does anyone have any questions about the challenge or about saving money in general? Like, what questions do you have? I'd love to answer them. I'd love to answer your questions. So again, if you have no savings or you don't have as much savings as you want, the first thing I would tell you to do is face the music. You can't fix a problem if you don't know how much of a problem you have. You can't fix a problem if you don't know how much of a problem you have. So I want you to get out. Hey, Lisa, we're talking about having savings, and we're talking about my savings challenge that I'm having. But the first step of like getting there is knowing your numbers and facing the music. So you need to pull out all your monthly bills, any of your debts. I mean, everything. Pull all of it out. And you've really got to sit down with yourself and see it all on paper so that you can create a plan. And the second thing you've got to do, which is probably the first thing, is you've got to decide that you're committed to actually dealing with your money. And then today, you've got to decide that you're actually going to start saving. So if you have no savings or you have a low savings, you've got to start saving every single paycheck. Okay, I'm going to sit down. You've got to start saving every single paycheck. And I see a couple questions. Let me sit down and answer them. And let me move my light back so I don't look like a raisin. Because this room does not give me good light. It's kind of dark up here. Yeah, I just signed up. Okay, awesome. I'll get you a sticky note. Even if I don't put you up on the wall right now, I'll put you up on the wall tomorrow because we're going to be doing the challenge until Sunday. Okay, someone said, hold on. Okay, someone said, what do you think is a good amount to have saved up? This is going to be a personal choice. Okay, this is going to be personal choice. I suggest at least 1 month of living expenses. So if it costs you $3,000 to pay your bills, pay your expenses, do all the things that you do, you done? Okay. Kinsley wants to say hi.
Hi guys.
If it costs you $3,500 a month to do everything in your life, I would say at least 1 month to start. But even before we get there, everyone should have a bare minimum of $1,000. Now, $1,000 doesn't get you far, but it can handle a couple of things. Okay, go ahead, because I gotta be done soon. It doesn't get you super far, but before we get to the 3,500, we've got to get to the 1,000. Now, my personal goal is to have 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved up, but we've got to start somewhere. So for me, my big goal is to get to $10,000 this year saved up, and that's about 3.5 months of living expenses for my family. And that's like our bare minimum to like pay the rent, pay the electricity, like just the bare bones. 10,000 could do a lot for us in an emergency. So that's my plan. So I think how much you want saved up is dependent on you and your family and your situation. But bare minimum, you want $1,000 to start. But I would definitely not say that $1,000 is your end goal. Make sense? Oh, thank y'all. Thank you. I wouldn't say that 1,000 is your end goal, but I would say your first milestone is 100, then 1,000. So if you want to join us in the Better Budget Challenge, we're starting on Sunday. Tonight is actually our welcome party in like 30 minutes. The Better Budget Challenge, on day 1, I'm going to teach you how to create a budget. On day 2, I'm going to teach you how to create a coupon plan. On day 3, I'm going to teach you how to meal plan. And on day 4, we're going to do a live Q&A so you can ask me all your questions. I have savings, but half of it got depleted over the semester. Okay. And this is another thing. Don't feel guilty for using your savings. You saved it so you could have it to use it. Hey, Queen Essence. Don't feel guilty for spending your money. I want to do a live next week on like spending money isn't bad. It's not bad to spend your money. It's only bad when you spend your money on things you don't need or you go overboard. Hi, everyone, for just popping in. Hello, hello, hello. Someone said, I'm on a fixed income and trying to find a side hustle. Okay, so I'm not talking about side hustles right now. I'm really talking about managing the money that you have. I have a ton of clients on fixed incomes, Social Security, disability, retirement. A lot of my clients are on that. And they have still been able to come in and save hundreds of dollars in a month because they were not spending their money wisely. So spending your money isn't bad. And I don't want to use the word bad. Spending your money isn't wrong. When you spend your money, 1, on things you don't need, or 2, you go overboard. It's like, all right, DoorDash for yourself once a week. Eat out once a week. But if you're eating out 5 times a week and you're buying groceries for 6 days, you're wasting money. Let me know if that makes sense. So that's like unnecessary spending. That is wasteful spending. Okay? How do I say your name? Is it Clivia? How do I say it? I want to make sure I'm saying it right. You're gonna have to tell me I'm saying it right. So spending your money isn't bad. Welcome to the challenge. So excited to have you. I'm gonna put you up tomorrow because I'm only doing that flip once a night. It's Clivia. I'm only doing that one. I'm only doing the wall once a day. But spending your money isn't bad. And if you've saved up money with the purpose of spending it, then that's okay. That's all right. Don't feel guilty. Be grateful that you had the money to cover what you needed. I got into an immense amount of credit card debt, paid off half of it, got into credit card debt again, mostly because of the pandemic. And I beat myself up about it so much. And I was like, you know what? I'm grateful I had the available credit to cover myself and I didn't have to go out and get loans or beg, borrow, and steal, but I had the available credit. So yes, am I in a mountain of credit card debt? Absolutely. But hindsight is I used it for things that I needed. So now it's like just pay it back. And how can I better my cash savings so if something tragic happens again, I don't have to dig myself into credit card debt. Just use $800 to get a car fixed. Literally, we spent almost $400 to get my car fixed again. My car is 11 years old. I don't have a car payment. So it's like every 8 months, I'm dropping $400 to $500 on my car. For me, I feel like that's great. I used to have a $400 car payment. I don't anymore. So spending $1,000 to $1,200 a year on my car, I'll take it. And I'm praying that it lasts me until 200,000 miles. I am praying that it lasts me. But we're taking care of it. So it should, so spending your money isn't bad, But I also want you to know the power of being able to have money saved for the things that you want. So you can sign up for the challenge at KrysTheMaximizer.com, which is my website. So KrysTheMaximizer.com, it's $30. We start in 30 minutes for our welcome party. The welcome party is just me welcoming you and letting you know what to expect. But the first training is on Sunday the 8th. So if you want to sign up for the challenge, you can sign up at KrysTheMaximizer.com, which is my website. It's also linked on my TikTok profile. And I will message you as well. Any other questions? I don't want you to feel like you can't spend your own money. You should be spending your money. You should be using your savings, right? It's just you got to make sure you're not spending on everything. I'm tired of being without funds for food. Everything goes toward rent and bills. Okay, so there's a couple of things there. So you have $0 for food. Do you have food stamps, WIC, any assistance at all? And if not, it's okay. I understand. But I think one thing that you can do, I don't see your name, it just says user with a whole lot of numbers. Do a financial audit. Look at how you spent your money that was not a bill. And okay, this is the thing. What I teach my clients, bills have a due date. Expenses are things that you spend money on. So I would not lump in like groceries and gas as a bill. That's an expense. Some of those things are needed. Like you can't get to work without gas and you can't survive without food. But bills are things with a due date, and expenses are things that you spend money on that you can control. So I would encourage you to do a money audit and really sit down. Are there some things that you need to get rid of on the bill side? Are there subscriptions? Are there things you indulge in that you might have to let up for a little bit so that you can have more money to do some other things? Okay. So it's like kind of like a give and take. But the first thing you've got to do, the welcome party is on Facebook, in the Facebook group, and there's going to be a link sent out. And there's going to be a link to, okay, no sense, and maybe $20 for food. Okay, so I would say do an audit to see where you're truly spending your money. You have to look at your bank account for the past 90 days to see where your money is being spent. And then you've got to figure out a way to see how you can get some money in for food. So if you're at that point, then your next step will probably be, how can you increase your income? What do you have in your house that you can sell to make some extra money? What side gig can you get? Can you get a side gig? Not a side hustle, because we don't want to put that pressure on you. But do you have a car? Can you DoorDash? Can you Uber Eats? Can you Instacart? Just to get you a couple extra $100. You don't have to go crazy, but can you make an extra $200 a week? Would that help you? Try gig work. If you don't want to do car gig work, go to Fiverr and do some things for people for $5. Can you organize emails, organize Google Drives? Can you organize inboxes? Can you organize things, right? So maybe you have to put Instacart in your schedule and wake up early or stay up a little bit later and say, all right, I got to do 3 batches a day to help me get to this goal. Okay? So I think let's turn our negatives into positives, right? Exactly. So it's like when you do that, you're making your gas money and then the rest is for you. So if you don't want to go in the car, what digital skills do you have? So it's all about finding a way to increase your income. So if you don't want to do the car gigs, I understand. Fiverr, Upwork, virtual assistant work, there's a whole lot of things that you can do to help you increase your income. I have a program for that too, where I'm actually helping women start side hustles from scratch, like start full-on businesses. But you can do gig work for now. Gig work. So I know it's not the easy answer, but I went back to Instacarting to make extra money, and I was like, all right, we are going to use Instacart to make half of our rent. Like my salary is pretty okay, but as a business owner, my income is up. I can have big months, and then my income goes down, and I have some reserves. But I'm like, Instacart. If I can do $200 to $300 a week on Instacart, that's a great buffer for rent. It's also a great buffer to pay for car maintenance. And I stay within my area by my house. Let me try to refocus. Yes, a refocus. I want to get to virtual assistant, but I'm not sure to get started. Super duper simple. I want to get a virtual assistant. Yeah, it's honestly very simple. I have a whole program called Side Hustle Society where I literally teach you how to start a side hustle. You can go on Indeed, you can look for what you want, but basically when you are being a virtual assistant, if you want to do it independent, you're just going out and finding clients and offering them your services. That's literally what you're doing. That's literally what you're doing as a virtual assistant. I don't want to go down into the side hustle rabbit hole because I promise in the next few weeks in March-ish, I will definitely do more side hustle lives. If you are in a place where you want to invest and you want to do a one-on-one session to talk about what side hustle to start, or if you want long-term support and you want to work with me long-term to help you with your side hustle, it is an investment. And I understand that. You're like, Crystal, I need money now. I understand. But I do have a one-to-one session that you could hop on. It's just 60 minutes and we can figure out what you want to do. But if you want long-term support, I'm going to have a program available in February to help you with that as well. But for now, try to manage as best you can the money that you have, and then look for those small, easy, and quick ways to increase your income. So my Better Budget Challenge, y'all, starts on Sunday. Tonight, we're having a welcome party. And inside the Better Budget Challenge, hey, Janie, no worries, I'm going to help you save $100 in 3 days. I would love for you to put some money signs in the chat if you want to save $100. So we're going to save $100 in 3 days. How? On day one, I'm going to teach you how to create a budget. If you don't know what's coming in, you don't know where you're spending your money, you don't know how much you have to save, how much you have to spend. You also don't know what things you need to cut back on or what things you need to increase. So a budget is number one. After we set up our budgets on day two, we are going to create a coupon plan, right? I am going to teach you how to use couponing on your phone to help you stay under the budgets that you set on day one. Because couponing is meant to help you stay under the budget you set. Shopping doesn't save you money. The money plan that you had that you make on day one, that's what's going to help you ultimately save money. And now we're going to be using couponing. For example, say you cut your grocery budget from $700 a month to $450 a month. Now you're going to use couponing and strategic shopping to stay under that $450 a month. And then on day three, I'm going to teach you how to meal plan. I want you to put a number one in the chat if you feel like you spend too much money on food, DoorDash, or groceries. On day three, I'm going to teach you how to create a meal plan. It's okay to eat out. It's okay to DoorDash, but it's not okay to buy groceries for the whole week and DoorDash for 3 days. That's not okay. You're wasting money somewhere. Something's going rotten. Something's not getting eaten. Something's going bad. So I'm going to teach you how to create a meal plan on day three. Day four is a Zoom Q&A. So you're going to come on Zoom. You can ask me all the questions that you have, and I will answer them for you when it comes to saving money. There's a private Facebook group. There's a workbook, and there's giveaways. There's replay access until January 20th. So if you're interested and you want to join us, you can go to my website, KrysTheMaximizer.com, sign up right now. It is $30. It's an investment in yourself to not only learn how to save $100 in 3 days, but the strategies that I teach you are going to be repeatable, and you can use them for weeks and weeks and weeks to come to continuously save money. And I'm going to redo my hair because it's getting a little irky and a little bushy, and it's time to get redone. So I'm going to take it out, let my hair breathe for a few days, and then redo it. That's one way I save money. I do my own braids. I buy the hair, and I spend like 2 days doing my hair. So if you want to join us in the Better Budget Challenge, you can go to KrysTheMaximizer.com and sign up right now. I'm about to get off because in 20 minutes, we're having our welcome party. So I'm going to welcome everyone into the challenge. I'm going to let them know what to expect. I'm going to tell them how everything works. And then on Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we have our first live training, and we're going to be creating our budgets. Okay? Are there any questions before we go? I would love to help y'all. Go sign up if you can for the challenge. If you can't, binge all my YouTube videos. But if you really want to get those practical strategies, if you want to have access to be able to have a conversation with me, then the challenge is going to be the best and the cheapest option for you to work with me to get at least the first step towards the results that you desire. Okay? Do we have any additional questions before I head out and get ready for the challenge? Actually, I know I had my notes up. I don't know where they are now. My challenge notes. Any questions? So Shannon, I saw you popped in an email. I would definitely say sign up for the Better Budget Challenge. That will be the best way to get help for what you need. So you can sign up for the challenge, or if you want to get inside the Money Saving Academy, which is my group coaching program, I know we've talked about that as well, then you can definitely do that as well. So you sign up at KrysTheMaximizer.com, which is my website. It's linked on my profile on TikTok. Let's see. You sign up at KrysTheMaximizer.com. I can't put the dot in there because TikTok likes it. Doesn't like it. So yeah, you can sign up at KrysTheMaximizer.com. So I'm about to go get ready for the challenge. If you have any questions, you can shoot me a DM or shoot me an email. Otherwise, hey Nate. Otherwise, I will see some of you inside the challenge, and I will hopefully see some of you again tomorrow. The last day to sign up for the challenge is going to be Sunday. Sunday, probably I'm going to need to cut it off around 6 p.m. because we start at 7 and there is pre-working things to do. So I would say that if you want to get in, I would say today or tomorrow is your best bet, but you will have the opportunity to join up until Sunday. After Sunday, doors are going to be closed. Okay? Y'all have a good evening. I'll see some of y'all in the challenge, and I'll see some of y'all tomorrow. Bye.